This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 2.5 minute forecast, and temperatures out there this morning definitely below freezing in most areas. A lot of us in the upper 20s, low to mid 30s in the Metroplex. But this afternoon will actually be fairly warm compared to what we saw yesterday. A lot of us will be in the mid to upper 50s by lunchtime. Eventually this afternoon, all of us should warm up into the upper 50s or lower 60s even for some locations. Waco 64, and Dallas is forecasted to be 61 this afternoon. So it should be a pretty nice day out there. A lot less cloud cover. Winds will be coming out of the southeast, and that's all due to a high pressure system centered just northeast of Oklahoma. So you can kind of see here there's a future radar. We won't see any precipitation by any means for the next several days, but an area back off to the northeast, a little high pressure system is built in, and that counterclockwise spin is bringing some southeasterly winds to our region, which will eventually warm up our region going to Monday. And here's your latest future radar. So obviously we're not really looking at any showers or storms for the next few days. We've been pretty dry recently, besides what we saw yesterday in terms of the sleet and a few flurries that some of us saw yesterday. But we will start to see a potential for some severe weather next week as early as Wednesday. And you can see going into Wednesday, there might be some showers, maybe even a few storms going to the early portions of the day. Somewhere around lunchtime to maybe about 6 o'clock, we could potentially see some showers and a few thunderstorms. These are not forecasted to be severe at this time, but what's going to be severe most likely will be the storms that come after sunset. So you can see this will be back off to the west. A dry line will set up, and this will be the potential for maybe some severe weather. You can see maybe a line of storms developing. There could be some discrete supercells initially, which could pose a potential tornado threat, and maybe even a large hail threat, eventually turning into mainly damaging winds as it moves off to the east. So this will be something to watch pretty closely heading into Wednesday. Going into Thursday, I can't even rule out that we see a potential for maybe some snow flurries or a mix of some rain, sleet, and snow. It's not out of the question yet, but we'll have to wait and see where this low pressure system centers itself, because that will obviously determine where we see this potential for some wintry precipitation. Accumulation's not really expected at this time though, so nothing to be concerned about there. Eventually this all moves out going to later Thursday, and we'll be dried out for the weekend. Also, the severe weather outlook, as you can see, all of North Texas is actually under a slight risk of severe weather. This has been in place since yesterday, so obviously all threats are going to be possible going into Wednesday. Here's your latest 7-day forecast so you can get an idea over the next several days. Temperatures all in the 70s from Monday to Wednesday. Eventually by Thursday, temperatures drop back into the 40s for highs, lows into the 20s. Later into the weekend, we'll start to see temperatures back into the 50s and 60s for North Texas. This forecast is brought to you by Dallas Antenna, Platinum Contracting, and THD Vehicle Doorstep.